Oh, yeah! Welcome back to the Portable Podcast and the Sly Guy TV. And now we're gonna be playing Mage Knight Commander Forever. It's gonna be the Flyers and the Archers and the rules, the starters. So you see me here today, and then you know just what to say. Then you come onto my way. Come what may, and then you came on and see it's okay. But you don't know that you're going my way. Keep turning away, keep turning away, keep turning. I don't know what to say. Running away, you're running away, you're running on every single day. Oh, you don't know what to say. Then you just see it's okay. Keep turning away, keep turning away, keep turning away. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Sly Guy TV with Sly Guy. So right now, we're gonna have a tutorial on Mage Knight Commander. Mage Knight Commander uses figurines such as these, and it uses dice. A lot of dice. You see that? Dice, which we're gonna be using to measure a unit's life, a unit's attack, and a unit's defense. So we're gonna start off with the main units, your commanders. Now these two guys, the mounted units, are known as your commanders. Commanders can move up to 2 spaces at a time, and then they can attack as well. 2 spaces at a time. Most battles are done one-on-one. Movement can be done all around the map. I can move her here, I can move her here, I can move her there, I can move her there, right? Because these units have wings or are flying units. Ground units can only move 1 square at a time compared to the much faster flying units. Now, when a commander takes damage, for example, you reduce the amount of damage based on the commander's attack. So what you see there, the number that you see there for attack, see that? I believe that is a number 11 right next to it. So whenever she attacks, or whenever she moves forward and decides to do battle with this commander, this guy loses 11, takes 11 damage, and is immediately down to 9. The enemy commander, has the option to either retreat and have their units defend him, or to continue the battle and fight. So that is battle combat, or commanders, in a nutshell. Next up would be your units. Now there are 3 types of units. You have your infantry. These are your regular ground units, your soldiers. See, there's Gimli, you have Aragorn, Boromir, you have Frodo right there. So these are your infantry units, they're ground units. Now, this guy, even though he's on a horse, counts as cavalry, but also counts as a ground unit. Next would be your range units, Legolas, right here. So your range units, unlike the regular ground units that move forward and backward, okay, these guys can attack units that are far, far away. Now, if a ground unit goes against another ground unit when they fight, what you have to do is to compare their attack to this person's attack. The one with the higher attack wins. Okay? So that's ground unit to ground unit. Now, if it's a range unit, when a range unit attacks a unit that is far away, the range unit will normally get 1 hit. So, these units, by the way, the smaller units, have a total of 6 life. If a range unit attacks this girl, she's down. She's immediately down to 5. So let's just say we have a range unit at 6 life, or at 5 life. The range unit attacks she immediately goes down to 4 life. Alright? Next up, we also have rules when units combat face to face. Let's just say these two are right next to each other, and I decide to attack this flying unit. The ranged unit will always win. So it's just like chess. You can eat the other piece as long as the particular unit is strong against the enemy unit. Now, let's just say, for example, I have an infantry, a ground unit going against a flying unit. I attack it. The flying unit will always win. So, if a flying unit goes against a ground unit, the flying unit will always win against a ground unit. Now, let's just say, for example, I have a ranged unit and the opponent has a ground unit. The ground unit will always win. So it's rock, paper, scissors. So, just to summarize and to review, ranged units will always beat flying units. Flying units will always beat ground units. And ground units will always beat ranged units. So that is the rock, paper, scissors explanation of the actual game. So we're going to go through more rules later on. So we're going to teach you about magic, about movement, and how a turn actually goes. So one sample. So let's just give a sample round. So let's go on to movement. I move my archer here. He attacks that flying unit. The flying unit takes 1 damage. So flying unit from 6 is down to 5. My turn. The flying unit decides to attack the archer in retaliation. But remember, archers beat flying units. The flying unit is gone. Archer moves forward. Now, next up is commander units battling smaller units. A commander unit battling a smaller unit, okay, rolls an attack dice. Remember, these guys only have 6 life. So, 2 damage. This guy is down to 4 because the commander decided to attack him. Now, when a smaller unit retaliates against a commander unit, yep, you guessed it, they also have to roll an attack dice. So this is 6 damage. The commander is down to 14 now. Next turn, he moves his flyer here, and the flyer kills one of the smaller units immediately, and she gets to attack the enemy commander. That's 5. Enemy commander is down to 15, and you do this until all sides are actually gone. Now you're going to see another win condition in our next tutorial. If you have any questions, just comment below. Once again, Sly Guy TV with a Sly Guy. We are signing off right.